Wow, that run was great. The weather's just perfect.
I know, it's not too hot, not too cold, just right.
Speaking of just right, do you fancy swinging by for some lemonade?
Oh, I'd like to, but I don't think I'm supposed to get home to my wife, and she actually thinks I'm out running with Hal from accounting.
Wow, we've been jogging together for 3 months. You never told me you was married.
Give us a little background on Tanya Tate, MILF for the year 2012 or 2013.
2013, yeah, that year's gone quick, hasn't it? Yeah, I just won MILF of the Year at XBiz. Yay, I'm so excited. I'm up for MILF of the Year at ABN Awards as well. Bit of background about me, I'm an adult star. I've been in the industry since 2008. Oh my goodness, I started off in the UK and then I made the move over to come into the US, and I've lived in the US since 2010. I started performing and I now direct, so I've started directing movies. I directed for Penthouse, which is going to be a vignette of sports. So it's the time that the Olympics was on in London, so it's like sports movie, yeah, hot bodies, working out, sweating and glowing. Ooh, yeah. So that's going to be coming out in the spring on Penthouse 3D HD. It's going to be amazing. And I also direct for Philly Films. I'm on to my 4th movie at the moment. So my first movie for Philly Films is actually up for an ABN nomination as well. Best Older Woman, Younger Girl release. So fingers crossed, you never know. There's a lot of competition, you know, there's a lot of really amazing movies and performers that are up for awards this year. So I'm just very happy that I got the nomination for that. So, and also as well this year I acquired a publicity company, Star Factory PR. So I now handle as well as my own publicity, other girls' publicity as well, building up their brand, helping the fans become more aware, and making them stars too. And I also have another side of me where I do all the cosplay, because I like to get dressed up as sexy superheroes. I've been to a lot of the conventions. I have a little cosplay blog, just Tanya.com. So that keeps me busy between all that. I don't even know where I have time to sleep. Oh, and I have my own website, Tanya.com, and I edit everything myself and upload it and do the blog posts. And that is up for an ABN and XBiz nomination, Best Porn Star website. A lot going on.
So, no free time?
I have to sleep. I know I go to the gym. That's kind of all I do in my free time. I need to take more time off. No, I like the theatre. Sometimes I go to the theatre. Go to Disneyland. I'm an annual pass holder at Disneyland and Universal Studios.
So, a couple LFC questions.
Oh my God.
How far back do you go with LFC?
Do you know, my time mainly with LFC, the big time is like, I don't know, about 10, 15 years ago. I used to work in a bar in Liverpool city centre in a place called Matthew Street. Actually, it was like a couple of doors down from the Cavern, you know, where the Beatles used to play. And like the footballers used to come in, so we'd have the Everton team coming in, the Liverpool team. Yeah, but like my favourites were the Liverpool lads. That's my team, you know. I don't know whether they've spotted it yet. Did they spot it? I'm in my LFC t-shirt. So they used to come in and have a drink, and they were, you know, they were a good load of lads. Like the football agents come in, and like some of the old players would come in. You know, I used to like hang out with Robbie Fowler, and Ian Rush, just before Ian Rush left playing for the team as well.
What's your earliest LFC memory?
Oh my God, Hillsborough. Whoa. That's it. Well, like that happened when I was a kid. You know, I grew up in a family. This is the way it is in Liverpool. You have to support a team. So you either support Liverpool or Everton. Some people support Tranmere Rovers, but it's like, who are they? So my family was like a Liverpool supporter. My uncle had a season ticket. He's a season ticket holder. And my cousin used to go. So they'd all go. But like the first. Like we'd watch the match, you know, when we were kids. Like they'd put it on the telly, so we'd all be sitting there watching the match at home, you know, on a Saturday or Sunday, whenever it was. And then, so my first real memory when I think back is like Hillsborough. Like, yeah, that is like, and it's really a sad memory as well. Do you know, just the other day, like I'm gonna start. The other day I watched Jimmy McGovern done, you know, it was like a 90-minute like screenplay, you know, of the events leading up to the Hillsborough disaster, and afterwards when the judge kind of like dismissed it, and just watch that and watch them people. I know it was all like a screenplay and it wasn't really them, it was actors, but just to watch that, even still, I just still filled up because it was disgusting. I have to say this, it was just disgusting what they done. It was disgusting. The police hid it. They made the Liverpool fans out to be drunks, and they were taking blood from kids to see if they had alcohol in the system so they could say that they were drunk. They hid everything. They hid all the evidence. Like, they were coming in, don't write anything in your notebooks. The chief of police got on the phone to like the local newspapers, and was like, next minute the front page of the Sun newspaper, it's like Liverpool scum, they're all to blame, they were pickpocketing the dead on the pitch. But it was a total different story. It was like, people in Liverpool hate the Sun.
What's your take on the current squad?
You're gonna ask me all these like really difficult questions now. I mean, I still have like some of the old squad is in my heart. You know, Jamie Carragher is getting on, but he's still a good player. You want to know real facts about me, don't you, in Liverpool? I actually used to live around the corner from Jamie Carragher, and he's one of my favourites. And Stevie Gerrard, we like. You got the book? I like it. He's a good player. Like, you know, when you see them, they've done that if you've been watching that documentary, that Liverpool documentary, was it Being Liverpool? And you see them, and they're just like really down to earth lads, but really, they are really down to earth lads. That's the way that they are. One of my favourites used to be Fowler. He was funny. Robbie Fowler. Yeah.
So, let me just skip ahead to who is the hottest Liverpool player ever?
Oh my God. Jamie Redknapp used to be pretty hot. I think I'd have to say him. He married that Louise, that singer Louise. I remember when I was younger, I was like, oh, he's really hot. I would have. I did know him actually as well.
Have you ever seen any hot player wives?
Hot player wives. I think sometimes they used to bring the girlfriends in, but I can't remember specifically if any of them were like really hot. Remember Fowler's girl? She's called Kelly. She was just like a little tiny little thing. You just want to just like. I don't know who's got really. I'm sure there's a load of hot wives. I'm sure there are. I'm too busy looking at their legs. You know, the guys' legs. I like footballers' legs. They like nice muscles on them.
So if Brendan Rodgers was super stressed before a game, would you sort him out?
Definitely. Do you know what? I should send him one of my Tanya Tate flashlights. Do you reckon he'd like that? Do you know, taking one for the team, you know, he is the man. You know, like and then maybe they'll all follow by example. So, you know, lads, if you're a bit stressed before the game, you know, why don't you just get your Tanya Tate flashlight out? You know what that is? Do you know what it is? Do they know what it is? I think they should do. And if they don't know, they should Google Tanya Tate flashlight. It's a replica of my vagina, and it's the best-selling men's masturbator toy on the market. Yes, they'll all be like now Googling it. And if any of the lads from Liverpool Football Club want one of my flashlights, I will definitely send them one. I'll send them a whole box.
Liverpool just paid $12 million. Daniel Sturridge, 2 goals, 2 games. So you can date this interview to where we're at. How would you direct your scene with Daniel Sturridge?
Well, he's definitely good at putting it in the net, isn't he? So, if I was directing a scene with him, do you know what? Are you talking about a sex scene?
Whatever's clever, but yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
We're here for AE.
Yeah, we're going to have a sex scene. I would like him to start off by just doing press-ups on me. You know, we've got to get these lads, get this stamina going, do some press-ups. I'll just lie there, just legs akimbo. Sounding good? I reckon he can bang me like really good because he's got loads of stamina and he's good at scoring. Pick you up like that. Do you know what? Did you know about my Tanya Tate sex tour of Ireland? Did you know that I had a very, very good guy come and attend? I went around Ireland with a camper van and I made a movie, The Tanya Tate Sex Tour of Ireland, and my fans come to meet me. And one of the guys is a professional, like a hurler, called Greg Jacob. And actually, his brother just won the Grand National last year. You know what the Grand National is? The biggest horse racing event in the UK. And the biggest race in Aintree Grand National, which is the horse racing in Liverpool, but it's one of the biggest in the UK. He won that big race, his brother. But I had Greg Jacob on my Tanya Tate casting couch, athletic, a real athlete, banging me, making me squirt. Yes, that was fun. And I also got him to come back on my casting couch, Tanya Tate casting couch as well. And it was a scandal. You know, I was the scandal in Ireland. It was front page news in the newspaper. You know, you go to get your Sunday morning newspaper and there's Greg Jacob on the front and then there's a picture of me on the front of the newspaper and in the middle it says fuck harder. You know, like fuck harder.
Would you perform a bukkake scene wearing an Everton jersey?
No way. Absolutely no way. That would just be terrible. How could I insult my team that way?
That's why you're wearing the Everton jersey.
You have... Hold on. I'm going to turn that. I am an official player of the Liverpool Football Club. Look. 69 Tate. Do you know, I always say this, when Liverpool are having a bad day and all my fans are tweeting me and they're like, have you seen the results? What happens is I'm normally in bed when they're playing, because they'll play in the afternoon and I'll be in bed. And I'll get up and I'll check on the results and like, oh, it's a bad day, they've lost today. And I always say, if I was there and I was the mascot, I reckon the lads would be scoring.
Thanks for your time, Tanya.
Thank you.